The smartest man in the room is often the first one to die. This is a paradox of power that few understand. We are conditioned to believe that the appearance of intelligence is power. We are taught to raise our hands, to display our wit, and to prove our superior logic. This is a lie. In the real world, the dark world of psychological warfare and hierarchy, intelligence is not an asset you display. It is a weapon you conceal. When you walk into a room and immediately establish yourself as the sharpest mind, you are making a fatal strategic error. You are painting a target on your back. You are signaling to every other ego in the room that you are a competitor. You trigger their insecurity, their envy, and their defensive instincts. A guarded opponent is a difficult opponent. By trying to prove how smart you are essentially waving a loaded gun in everyone's face before the negotiation has even begun. You are revealing your hand. You are telling them exactly what you are capable of, which allows them to prepare countermeasures. This is the ultimate act of stupidity, masked as brilliance. To navigate the treacherous waters of power, you must learn to wear the mask of the fool. This is the concept of strategic incompetence. It is the art of appearing slightly slower, slightly less observant, and slightly less intelligent than your mark. This is not about degrading yourself. It is about camouflage. In nature, the most dangerous predators do not wear bright colors to announce their presence. The crocodile looks like a harmless floating log until the fatal moment of the strike. Your stupidity is your camouflage. It makes people relax. It makes them lower their shields. Consider the psychology of your opponent. There is no drug more addictive to the human brain than the feeling of intellectual superiority. It is a potent narcotic. When you play dumb, you are essentially becoming the dealer of this drug. You are giving your opponent a massive dose of validation. When you act naive, when you ask them to explain it again, or when you pretend not to understand a simple concept, you inflate their ego to dangerous proportions. They feel like the teacher, the master, the genius in the room. A man drunk on his own ego is blind. He becomes sloppy. He stops analyzing you because he has already dismissed you as harmless and beneath him. He stops filtering his words. While he is busy admiring his own reflection in the mirror of your feigned ignorance, he will reveal his secrets, his plans, and his true intentions. He will condescend to you, and in his arrogance, he will hand you the knife to cut his throat. You are gathering intelligence, mapping his psychology, and finding his breaking points, all while he thinks he is helping a poor, confused soul. Adopt the student frame. When you are in a high-stakes negotiation, never try to dominate with facts immediately. Instead, ask for help. Say, "I am a bit confused. The numbers don't seem to add up to me. Can you walk me through this one more time?" Watch what happens. The other person will switch from combat mode to teacher mode. They will start explaining things in simple terms. Often, they will reveal details they intended to hide simply because they think you are too dense to catch them. If they are lying, they will have to invent more details to help you understand. The more they talk, the more the web of lies gets tangled. All you have to do is listen and wait. Think of the detective character Columbo. He wore a rumpled raincoat, looked scattered, and constantly forgot things. The wealthy murderers he investigated would relax, treating him with pity or annoyance. They dropped their guard because they didn't see him as a threat. And then, just as they thought they had gotten away with it, he would turn back and say, "Just one more thing." By the time they realized he was a genius, the handcuffs were already on. This is the power of being underestimated. There's also a defensive utility to this strategy. In a hierarchy, competence is often punished with more work. If you are known as the person who fixes everything, you will be given everything to fix. You become a beast of burden. But the person who feigns a slight inability, who seems to try hard but just can't get it right, is often left alone. They preserve their energy. They're not viewed as a threat by the master, so they are not purged during power struggles. By hiding your full capabilities, you reserve your energy for the moves that actually benefit you, not the busy work that benefits your masters. However, this art requires iron discipline. It hurts the ego to be treated like a fool. When someone speaks to you in a condescending tone, your instinct is to snap back, to prove them wrong, to show them your credentials. You must kill this instinct. You must swallow your pride. Remember, you're not looking for applause. You are looking for victory. Let them have the applause. Let them have the feeling of superiority. That feeling is fleeting. The control you gain over the situation is permanent. Use the pause of confusion. When someone attacks you verbally or tries to pressure you, do not react with anger. React with a blank stare of confusion. Tilt your head slightly. Furrow your brow. Act as if their insult or their pressure is a foreign language you do not speak. This breaks their frame. They expect resistance. Instead, they hit a pillow. They are forced to repeat themselves, often looking foolish in the process, or they give up entirely. You deny them the satisfaction of an emotional reaction by feigning a lack of cognitive processing. Never fear being underestimated. Being underestimated is the ultimate advantage. It gives you the freedom to move unnoticed. It allows you to set traps in broad daylight because no one believes you are capable of setting them. The arrogant man believes he sees everything. The fool sees everything the arrogant man misses. Ultimately, the mask must come off, but only at the very end. The reveal is a precise, tactical strike. It should happen only when the trap is snapped shut, when the contract is signed, or when the enemy is fully exposed. The look of absolute shock on their face when they realize they have been outplayed by the idiot will be more satisfying than any praise you could have received earlier. It destroys their reality. It proves that while they were playing checkers, you were not just playing chess, you were designing the board. Stop trying to be the smartest person in the room. Stop seeking validation for your intellect. It is a weakness. It is a leak. Become a void of ambition. Become a mirror of incompetence that reflects their own arrogance back at them. Let them laugh. Let them preach. Let them think they own you. And then quietly, methodically, take everything they have. Welcome to the art of playing dumb.